Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the Journey to Become Wealthy. My name is Kelvin Reed, and y'all know what today is. Today is Sunday, so it's time for our Wealthy Word of the Week. Before I get too far into it, y'all like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I make videos. All right. So today is our wealthy word of the week day, right? It's Sunday, wealthy word of the week. We know we go into our weeks with these words and they help us advance and help us improve not only in our financial life, but just really in everything we do. So last week's word was opportunity. Hopefully you guys have been taking full advantage and opportunity of any other opportunities that have been coming your way. This week, our wealthy word of the week is sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is such a powerful word, right? If you know me, you know I love the word sacrifice because I feel like we go through life sacrificing so much for others, for our family, and we take for granted our wants and our needs, and so often we sacrifice those things. But also, it's important that you do sacrifice, right? So, a quote by Dave Ramsey: "If you will live like no one else now, later you can live like no one else." If you live like no one else now, later you can live like no one else, right? So instead of going to buy that $10 cheeseburger, instead of going to buy that new car that look nice, you know what I'm saying, knowing you got to pay the car note on it, instead of just all the unnecessary spending that we do in our lives. And of course I'm talking about that was stuff that relates to me. Actually, I love burgers. I love cars. I love to play. I know I like my toys. I love my toys. But instead of going to buy those things, instead of putting my money into those things, let's sacrifice that immediate gratitude that you get from buying those things. Go invest that money. Go figure out, put it into your savings. Make sure you have 6 months to 12 months worth of savings. Go pay your debt. Now those are things that it may not feel good immediately, but they pay off in the long run, right? So that make that sacrifice for yourself, not only for yourself but for your family. So sacrifice, right? An important word. Work hard now. Again, y'all know I keep telling y'all, my job is my business partner. Of course, y'all know right now I'm working a crazy schedule, but you better believe that it's gonna pay off in the long run. Right now, I may be sacrificing a lot of my time, and anybody who knows me, you know I hate that. But I'm doing it now. I am living. I am living like no one else now, so later I can live like no one else. My wealth is coming. My journey is. I'm on my journey as we speak, and I did not anticipate this year going like this. But it's all a part of my journey, right? I'm making these sacrifices so that I have a better future, so that my family is able to do whatever they want to do or need to do. And I'm also saving. I'm not spending as much money doing things. I'm not, the things that I normally would splurge on and enjoy doing this year, the year of 2022, I am sacrificing those things in order to prepare myself for the future so that I can have a better future, so that I can live like no one else. So our wealthy word of the week is sacrifice. Sacrifice. So you guys make sure you take that on your financial journey this week. Make sure you carry that word with you. Keep it in your mind. Keep it in your back pocket. Wherever you need to take it, right? Keep those things in your mind. All right. So y'all know what it is, right? It is Sunday and it's crypto weekend. Crypto weekend. We closed the markets out on Friday and everything was going up, I believe, at the end of the day. Pretty much flat though, really. I found some pretty good news it could be good news, could be bad news, and I'm going to tell you why I think so. So let's check it out, right? Let's check it out. All right, Dow Jones futures fall amid market rally pullback. Tesla, Apple near buy points. Tesla, Apple near buy points, right? And one thing I got to do, I want to pull it up and see, really. So Dow Jones futures fell slightly Sunday night. So you guys know that's pre-market trading. Other countries, China, Hong Kong, they are far ahead of us. They may be trading now. So those places like that, along with the S&P 500 futures and NASDAQ futures. So they fall slightly, right? That's that pre-market movement. Tesla reported record first quarter deliveries on Saturday with the EV giant near possible buy points. China EV giant BYD reported monthly sales above 100,000 for the first time. The stock market rally is in the midst of a modest pullback. So it sounds like we can expect things to be down Monday morning after a strong run from mid-March lows. The major indexes still look healthy, but investors should be cautious about new buys in the short term, very short term, and be ready to exit positions if they aren't working. Growth in shipping stocks ran into trouble late last week, such as Dutch Brothers and JB Hunt. Okay, so we're going to stop that there, right? Our next thing, Okay, so first off, let me start with Tesla, right? Tesla had news that their Shanghai plant would not be opening as expected on tomorrow, Monday, I believe it was. So that could be bad news for Tesla. So if you're investing in Tesla, hopefully you got it for the low when that thing came down February 24th, or when it came down at the beginning of our investing journey. We were talking about a buy range of $700 to $800. Hopefully you got it at that low price. Right now you up 30%, maybe 20-30%. Great gains. So you hopefully you using that money, taking out of it, whatever you need to do, but just watch this and keep this one on your eyes tomorrow. Make sure you don't lose all your gains if this thing's comes dropping down too hard. But it sounds like the entire market may have a slight pullback, so don't allow that to scare you off or keep you fearful of anything. And it's also been said, other news that I've been hearing is that the market may be as low as it's going to be for this year. So although there's talks of a recession, they say there's 70-80% chance of recession, and I'll show you guys that in a moment why they say that. We're going to check out the futures and some things that I learned over this weekend. They say that prices may have already hit their lows as long as the Russia and Ukraine invasion and the Fed doesn't drive us into a recession. Literally, then they say 2022 we should have already seen our lows, and we should see at least 20% gains from those lows. So hopefully you guys got in at those lows. If you didn't get in at the lows, if you were a previous buyer, hopefully you dollar cost averaged then and brought your averages down so that you can see some of those returns for this year. And they're talking about the recession being in 2023. So let's check that out first before I start talking about crypto. So one thing I learned, remember I told you guys, always search for futures. I always check those out, right? You want to keep those in there. Is when this 2-year and 10-year swap, so when the 2-year becomes higher than the 10-year, there's a 70 to 80% chance of a recession. That is what I've heard. 70 to 80% chance of a recession, and that's based on history, right? That's based on history. And they say we usually get into their recession, I believe they said 8 to 10 months or something like that. So we got another year before we see it, basically 2023. So you guys keep that in mind. Now we're gonna continue to invest throughout this year, but we're gonna also keep our eyes open for any drops, any more bear market, any more correction. If things get too bearish, we chill out, we cut our losses, or we take our profits and we ride, right? But right now, as of right now, this is the first sign. So we got to be careful. We're gonna be wary of that. Of course, we're not gonna allow fear to deter us. When others are fearful, we're gonna be what? Greedy. You guys know that. We got that from my guy. Right here though, let's get out of that stock market stuff. Ethereum. Buy the Ethereum merge rumors, and we're not gonna go far into this. Supply peak, staking revolution, double wide regulatory moat. So you guys already know I have a big stake in Ethereum. I was telling you guys probably about a month ago that I'm actually gonna start. Bitcoin was my largest investment. I'm finna start buying more Ethereum. I told you guys that I'm gonna start dollar cost averaging in, buying more and more of that. And look at this news. After the merge, base fee burners at current gas prices will be larger than the new staking rewards issuance, making the system deflationary and represent the peak in Ethereum supply. The inherent energy efficiency of the proof of stake and consensus is appreciated by ESG activists, energy conservatives in the digital asset space, favored in Europe, and has growing support in Washington. So Ethereum is getting more and more support around the world. Once the merge settles and the cleanup upgrade is live, the amount of staked Ethereum may double or triple and approach $100 billion in value. Double or triple and approach $100 million in value. The discount to NAV of the Grayscale Ethereum Trust likely narrows if Grayscale is allowed to convert their Bitcoin trust to an ETF. You guys, Ethereum is making some news. They are making some runs, y'all. They potentially can make us some money. Opportunity. Take advantage of the opportunity. Hopefully you already did that when we were talking about this thing in the $2,000 range, and right now I believe you're seeing what, 20 to 30% gains already. Let's check it out. Let's look at it, right? We're not gonna talk about it. Let's look at it. So from here all the way down here, right, $2,500 was the low, and that's last month. That's still within the month now, and it's all the way up here to $3,400. So if you bought one whole Ethereum, you already up $1,000 in a month. $1,000 in a month. Some people don't make $1,000 a month. Some people, who knows? And easy money, right? You sat back, you bought it, you chilled, you didn't have to work for it, you didn't have to do anything for it. If you put more than $1,000 in there, you know what I'm saying? If you bought more than one, whatever you bought, you're up right now. And I do believe, again, I think this is about 20% gains. I don't even know. See, this thing actually has crypto. Let's see if this right here shows exactly what it is in a month. 33.97% gains. 33.97% gains in Ethereum already. And that's not even from the low. That's from here. So that means about 35% probably from the low. So you should, hopefully you took advantage of that. Hopefully you got in there and you made some money. Beautiful thing to see, right? Compared to Bitcoin, let's see what Bitcoin did in a month. It's actually up 17%, but that's still Ethereum doubled what Bitcoin made. So we're gonna keep our eyes open for Ethereum. If it comes back down, if you see any other opportunities, I'm taking advantage. I'm jumping on it. I'm gonna continue to call us average into that, and we're just gonna try and keep making money, right? We're gonna try and keep making money. So that's where we are, right? That's what I got for y'all. We already know tomorrow's Monday. The market is gonna open back up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the wealthy word of the week. Sacrifice. Remember that. Keep that in your mind. Pay off your debt. Don't buy all those fancy toys that we like. I'm not gonna say that you like, that we like, because I like my toys too. Just think. Be forward thinking with our spending this year. Let's take time to do whatever we need to do with our finances. Those things those things that we know that we need to do, those things that we know we shouldn't be spending our money on, those things that we, just anything. Make sure you take the time and sacrifice those things so that you live later like no one else, right? Live now like no one else so that you can live later like no one else. I thank y'all for joining me on the journey to become wealthy. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you later.